Hello, this is Sadie, and we are going to continue our attempt to win the cycle. We are at 9 wins in a row, so let's see if we can get into the double digits today. We're going to play Engi A, which is the first time I've played this ship in quite a while. This ship is sort of average to maybe very slightly below average, but it's not. It's not terrible, but it has some issues with it. It's the basic shtick on this ship is you've got an ion blast 2. This is a very, very fast firing ion weapon that can theoretically on its own take down all shields in the game. So you can sort of auto fire this, and then the combat drone can come in and do damage. This style of offense has some problems with it. Most notably, you can't control what the combat drone is shooting at. So it can just flit around and target random systems like, empty hull or doors or something instead of going after enemy weapons, which is what you actually want to do. It usually works better with the ship at the beginning of a run to actually use the combat drone to pop shields and use the Ion Blast 2 on weapons. And then you can completely ionize those. Eventually some combat one-shots will get through. Yeah, so that's like its main shtick. It's quite friendly to use for beginners. You get this ship. It's almost always the first ship you unlock because you just get this on Kestrel. If you play Kestrel A and you get Sector 5, you unlock this ship. It's easier than any other ship. And for a beginner player, it's very, very friendly because you can just auto-fire the Ion Blast and let the combat drone basically run itself. But it has some problems in terms of when you go up in difficulty. You can use this ship to get some crew kills early, which we are almost certainly going to be doing. But yeah, the Ion Blast 2, we haven't used ion weapons all that much beyond like occasionally using like an ion stunner or something. And at least we haven't used ion weapons back since a Zoltan C run absolutely ages ago where we ended up using pretty much all ions. And ions sort of start struggling when enemies... They work quite well when enemies only have one shield bubble, but they start struggling when enemies have multiple shields, because the way ions work is they do 1 point of ion damage to the system they hit, which is usually shields, at least until you've completely taken the shields down. So if an enemy has shields too, you hit it with the Ion Blast, it will do 1 point of damage, that'll bring it to shields 1, which isn't enough to run a shield bubble. So, that's quite good. And then, the Ion Blast 2 can go in and hit other systems behind it. Once the enemy starts showing up with 2 shield bubbles, though, that is shields 4, you shoot the Ion Blast 2 once, and it'll hit. That'll bring them from shields 4 to shields 3, so they'll go from 2 shields to 1 shield bubble. And then you shoot again, and if it hits, they'll go from shields 3 to shields 2. That still leaves them with 1 shield bubble. So you need to hit 3 times to get rid of 2 shield bubbles, and that just keeps escalating. You need to hit 5 times to get rid of 3 shield bubbles. You need to hit 7 times to get rid of 4 shield bubble. It just keeps escalating, and it's more and more difficult to keep that up. As enemies get more and more evade, they're just more likely to dodge things. So I usually like to swap this out for other weapons as the run goes on. But whether or not the game allows us to do that, it's a little bit tricky. You kind of want to get 2 weapons with this ship by Sector 3 if you want to swap that out, and that can sometimes be hard to do. Anyhow, enough preamble. Let's take a look at the galaxy. I like to put the human on weapons on this ship. I don't think this is a universally held opinion, but it's good to just have somebody who can run around and fight a little bit better than Engi's. Now, you do have this Engi Medbot dispersal, which means your crew heal. Even I'll demonstrate this quickly here. I'll vent my human a little bit. Humans like venting, so it's like good for them. But yeah, the human heals as long as I power my med bay, even though he's not in the med bay. It's slower than healing in a med bay, but it can be useful and allow them to win fights they might otherwise lose. And that you can use that to have your Engis elsewhere on the ship. But honestly, I like to just have my human the best fighter out there. We've still got an Engi who can run around repairing things. You can make an argument for putting the human on engines and the Engi on weapons. That would also work. This corner is quite awkward. I hope there's just not a store up there. This sees the most. We have pretty good blue options. Although actually, mostly we have the... Actually, I don't know that we do. Mostly we have the Engi and the Ion, but those give blue options for mostly the same event. We'll just take a quick look. I mean, I suppose actually Engi's give blue options on multiple events. Like there's the unknown disease event. There's obviously the satellite, the malfunctioning satellite is the one that you really want. I think I'm going to go here first, and then we'll go there. Then we'll probably hit this nebula. That nebula beacon in particular sees an absolute load of stuff. Hail the refugee ship. It turns into a fight. Okay, so what we're going to do, they've got a missile. We're going to use the combat drone to pop shields and ion blast 2 on the weapons. Let's do a little bit of micro. You can sort of depower the combat drone shortly before it's didn't quite work there. You can depower the combat drone shortly before it lands, before it goes near one of the sort of slots around the ship where it fires, and then you can repower it as and when you need to. We didn't quite get the timing right there, so we took a missile. It's fine, they're completely down now. Cut it out with the rock resists. Not even going to look to see if I can crew kill that ship, given the whole, you know, missile and all. Nice, we get a double reward right off the bat. We're going to get our shields up. This ship is very important to get your shields up very quickly, because then you can start O2 killing safe ships, which we will do, or, you know, once we find a ship that's eligible, we'll do that. But we need to get our shields up first. Or fight just a ridiculously weak ship, but I can't rely on us doing that. Do I want to jump here just to see if there's a store down at the bottom? We have time to do that. Let's do that. If we could see a store, we could just go there and sell the... Okay, well, we found a store and a fight. It's not in a good spot, though. We'd have to go to the exit early. I need to think about whether that's actually worth it. It probably is. Attack this ship. We may be able to O2 kill this ship. Depends on what the bomb is. I'm gonna auto fire at the weapons and see if I can take out the laser and leave the bomb up and see what it is. Because we could just run them out of bombs. Unfortunately, we did the opposite of that. Also, we'll let this guy warp back. I mean, we can't really do the normal crew killing trick we might try because we don't have anything that we can target to do direct damage to the first crew member. The combat drone does do damage to them, but, like, we can't tell it where to fire. Okay. So we'll probably take some damage here, and oh god, that's... Maybe now we can do it? This fight would obviously be magnitude safer if we had... Oh, you annoying person. Go and fix my doors. But yeah, they've actually come and boarded me and my weapons now. So I can't fix them. Fortunately, they do only have a Mantis over there. So the Mantis isn't exactly going to be fixing their weapons very quickly either. But they did actually fix them. Well, I think I'm just going to do this, and we'll just hope for crew kill purposes that the combat drone hits piloting. Screw off. I guess I should get people back into their positions now. I might as well power this as well. Can I con this into firing at the... No. I don't know how I can make this shoot at the room I want it to shoot at. There may be a way to do it. That looks like it's aiming at teleporter. Yeah, it was. Cool, we get the crew kill. Thank you, combat drone. So yeah, we took an unnecessary point of damage there, but we ended up getting the crew kill after all. It's worth the extra scrap generally. Okay, there's a store. That somewhat makes this less valuable because we're going to get a store here anyway. We definitely want to hit these other nebula jumps first. Although I don't know, should we just go there and sell medbot dispersal? There could be a weapon here that we want. I think I hit these. Ugh. What are you hacking? So if all of our shots had hit there, we'd have ionized the chain laser, but it dodged one of them, so that didn't happen. But now we will take this down. Okay, we would take this down if they didn't suddenly start dodging everything. Now we took it down anyway. Now they're dead, let's start targeting the shields. Oh, nice! Actually, you know, hull damaging weapons immediately. So, we get a weapon. For the moment, we'll keep using the Ion Blast too. It's just, if we can get some lasers... I mean, theoretically, at the moment, if we go to that store, we could get 70 scrap by selling Medbot Dispersal. And if there was a really good weapon, we could sell either the Ion 2 or the Combat Drone. If there was like a, you know, well, a flak we could get without doing that. A Burst Laser 2, we'd need to sell multiple things. I'm really tempted to take this, it's just, if that turns out to be a bad fight, we could end up dying by being greedy. So let's not. There's actually enough space that if there's something really good here, we could actually, you know, choose to be greedy. There isn't. I mean, there's cloaking, but it's way too early to get that. Let's just sell the Medbot Dispersal. Get our shields up. Now we need to decide whether we want to go to this quest. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many jumps do we have to the exit? Do we have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we jump back. And one of them is in a nebula, so we should be able to do it. We won't upgrade our weapons for the moment or anything else because we've got that store. They're in O2. You go to doors. You two go fight them off. Start venting them. No, there's an extra one, but whatever. Oh, I don't know why I powered my med bay. I'm acting like we still have the medbot dispersal we just sold to get our shields up. No, I want you tanking damage, please. Just go get in the med bay. We'll start venting the hell out of everything now. Make them run to fight us. Yeah, that'll do. No, I'm not wasting 14 scrap on sensors when I have a store coming up. It's an extremely marginal upgrade. Man, there's been a lot of empty stuff in this. I mean, I'm glad we got that weapon drop, because it's about the only thing that we've got this sector that... Yeah, we've made 65 scrap so far, and we haven't been able to ion kill a single ship. We got that crew kill from a lucky combat drone targeting. And get a free drone. We'll be able to sell that pretty much immediately, but yeah. Engage the rebel. Okay, we can ion kill this ship. Let's just deal with the boarders first of all. They're gonna board us twice. I need the weapon power to, or the weapon crew to actually be able to O2 kill them. I'm gonna actually just kill this guy on my ship. That prevents them from boarding me a second time. Because that's not gonna help me in getting the crew kill. You heal up. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna ion blast 2 on their weapons. Let's find out on their weapons, on their oxygen. Let's find out what level oxygen they have. Well, we would have if we'd hit there, but we didn't. Okay, only because that's flashing between blue and white, that means they only have level 102. So what we just have to do is sit here and auto-fire at the O2, and eventually, especially, you know, when we actually start hitting things, they will just get hit so many times that the ion chain will stack up, it'll drain all the O2 off their ship, and they'll suffocate. This will take a little while, but against level 102 it's quite easy. Against level 2 you usually have to use a combat drone to sort of maneuver around it and use that to pop shields so that enough ion shots can hit. But you need weapon training really to make much progress on this, because having above level 1 I think means you can slip 2 ion shots in on O2 before the shields recharge, whereas here you see it's just too slow. If I end up, this isn't going to be necessarily the most exciting watching. I'll leave this one in for educational purposes. If we end up ion killing more ships in the first couple of sectors, I'll probably cut them out because they're not very exciting to watch. This sort of counts as stealth grinding as well, although we've gained 0 dodges against all of these shots coming in at us. We strictly could deliberately allow them to get our engines and piloting skill up first. But I think we'll probably get a lot of that just sitting here waiting. And, you know, hopefully we get more fights like this in Sector 2. Hopefully we get more fights in Sector 2 generally, because Sector 1 was not very fight-filled. Come on. Okay, we got level 1 now. So do we now slip 2 shots in between shields? There's 1, and there is 2. Yeah, that makes a huge difference in terms of being able to stack the ion chain up. Now you just need a good run of them to hit in a row, and them not to dodge too many after that. Hopefully they give us a drop, because we've got a store immediately after this. I could run someone to my sensors to watch, but then they wouldn't be able to potentially get dodge training. Have they just dodged like 4 shots in a row? Well, they have now. So I now know what the progress is. It's basically nil. With these weapons, we'd very much... Hacking is a little bit awkward to use on this ship sometimes, because you're having to constantly use combat drones to actually deal hull damage. It can be tricky to afford that unless you have a drone recovery arm, which I very much recommend getting on this ship. But with a hull beam to actually deal damage, what we could do is get weapons 5, get hacking, upgrade the hacking to weapons 2, and just use that to hack upgrade the hacking to level 2 rather, and use that to hack weapons. Because when you're using ion weapons, weapon hacks are very desirable, because they just buy you time for the ion chain to build up. Come on, cut it out with this evade. Doesn't look like we've made very much progress yet. I think if we need 15 scrap from this, because we'll sell the system repair drone most likely if there's something good here to get. I'd mostly want hacking. I only need actually 12 scrap from this, which from a medium reward I'm guaranteed to get. So we should be guaranteed to be able to get hacking here. The only way I can see for us not to do that would be if it does the 1 in 9 thing, where it gives you a low scrap amount and a crew member. The only other thing it could do would be a 1 in 9 chance of a, low scrap reward and a weapon drop. But I mean, if we get a weapon drop, we could potentially sell that for hacking, or just use the damn weapon. Game, could you please be more cooperative? Like, there's only one way this scenario ends, so you might as well just make it easy for us. Are you fucking joking? Well, we've got max weapon skill now. You get max weapon skill on this ship very quickly. It is one very nice thing about the Ion 2. Oh, we got a dodge there. We're up to about 7. Okay, they are actually nearly dead. Cool. If they hadn't had all of those dodges a moment ago, they would already be dead. Only good thing here, even if they dodge a bunch of them right away, they can't heal, so the hit points they've lost will stay lost. And that reduces the number of times we need to keep hitting this before they die. There we go. Only 13 scrap, unfortunately. I was very excited for a moment until I realized that was a flak too. There's an ion stunner here. There's no hacking, but the ion stunner gives us another thing that we can add to the ions. It gives us a second ion weapon is very, very desirable for getting through multiple shield bubbles. It would allow us to do the ions and drones things for a while longer. It would also allow us to get O2 kills like the ones we just went for much easier. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to sell the repair drone to make it so that I can immediately get my weapons up and use that. So we have a double. Buy a bit of fuel. Let's buy 2. And now we jump back to the entrance. Or exit, rather. Zoltan or Rock? This is one ship where Zoltan is not as bad on, and we don't have a counter for Rock live mine, so I think I'm gonna go Zoltan. Like, our double ion weapons and the combat drone will chew through Zoltan shields really, really quickly. It's just the border police we're worried about, and the border police this early are not as likely to be awful. We'll do this. Yeah, that was a not very high scrap sector, although we did get quite a few drops. Nebula and Zoltan sectors generally kind of suck. But on the other hand, it gets us... There's a whole sort of tangents in this system that you can't really easily get to, which I don't like. And there's a big gap before the exit. It's very sparse. I'll go through the nebula, but I'm not necessarily convinced this is the right way to do it. We want fuel. This fight is quite annoying because it's a low power battle, and we are very bad at low power battles. There's not any way that... I think if we stand here like this, we can get full dodge. So I'm going to do that off screen. I'm not going to AFK this because I don't want any chance that they bring the heavy laser up and then can actually hit me through one shield. But I will do this off screen. So I will see you in a moment when we have full training. And we are back. That's taken a really long time, but whatever. We've got our evade now, and we have max weapon training already. This ship would be this ship generally gives a bad reward if you don't crew kill it. And it would be really easy to crew kill if this weren't a half power situation, because we could like run this and O2 that. The reason I'm not doing that here, despite the fact currently they're only using an ion weapon, so that can't actually damage my hull, so you'd think it'd be fine. But as soon as we hit the shields, that'll take power out of that. They're going to power the heavy laser rather up as soon as I do that. The only way I can think to possibly crew kill this is to use my weapons like this, hit O2 and weapons for safety, and see whether or not the person who is fixing O2 is like a mantis or something. I suspect this will not work, and we're probably just going to have to do an ordinary kill, because we don't have the power. But we'll see. Gonna hit just those two rooms. Yeah, see, they've brought... Do it like that. Now, it kind of depends on how quickly these two crew members fix these two rooms. If they get fixed at like the same time, that is only level 1 oxygen. Okay, they have an Engi over there who fixed the oxygen. So the person on their first slot is an Engi, which makes this exceedingly unlikely, unless the other person is a mantis. I can't actually see. No, they've got two Engis over there, so never mind. It's definitely not happening. So we'll just do an ordinary kill on them. It's unfortunate, but with double Engis, yeah, we get 10 scrap. With double Engis, the only way that was happening was the O2 kill, and we couldn't do it. I don't want to spend any scrap until I have 80 scrap again, because I want that hacking buffer urgently. I'm not convinced we make that much scrap in this sector because of its terrible layout. I guess we want to head down for this corner is the one that has the most, so maybe I like hit a couple of jumps. Maybe this, go up, back down, hit these, something like that is probably the best. Nothing there. Okay, well, we've got the border police. They can't hurt us, so we can focus entirely on dealing with them right now. I guess we'll get the Ion Blast to just take this out. I think they're probably going to damage my piloting. I don't know whether there's a great deal I can do about that. I guess maybe the human can hold them off. So far as border police goes, this is relatively innocuous. It's just, there's 4 of them. Swap you in. Now I need to be concerned when these guys die, they'll do 15 damage each. And regardless of whether we're in the med bay, that could just kill people. So actually I think I need all 3 of you in here so that their health needs to stay above 45. Okay, and now if I swap you around... Yep, there we go. Okay, so we actually took out the border police. They didn't even get any damage on us. Now, we want to O2 kill this ship. However, it's a little bit awkward because they have Zoltans. And if they stick a Zoltan in the wrong room, and they have a med bay, like I can do this. I know a way that we can crew kill this. I'll leave this one in because it's a little more, it's an unusual way of doing it. When the O2 runs out completely on the ship, the Zoltans will run into the med bay, and when that happens, we won't be able to ionize the med bay because the Zoltans will just counter it. So what we'll probably do is when the O2 starts getting really low, we'll use the combat drone to just damage a few random systems. They'll prioritize doing that over going to the med bay. That does unfortunately mean we have to use a drone part. I'd like to do it with the hull beam, ideally, actually. Maybe I can do it that way. But I need to get it very low. I should have checked what level O2 that was. I think it is only level 1. I can maybe just do this by when I get the ion... When I get them fully ionized and they run into the med bay like they are now. What level is that? That is a level 2 med bay, so it's actually going to be quite difficult to knock it offline. Or is it? No, it's only level 1. In that case... Can I go like this? And if I can hit both the med bay and shields... Actually, no, I want to hit both O2 and shields. Oh no, that is level 2 O2. We did not hit the med bay. Still, we've hit enough, Ah, damn it, and now of course, I wasn't thinking about this. The Zoltan is going to stop me from fully ionizing that room. That was dumb. I thought it hit the med bay there. Okay, well we can do this next time. I'll get them down really, really low. I'll hull beam these 3 rooms. That will drag them out. And I will deliberately not hit O2. Yeah, that is a level 2 med bay. Because level 1 would only directly counter the lack of oxygen. Let's keep this going until they are basically healthy. They start doing this weird dance. They'll get their O2 back for a moment. Oh yeah, this will of course also stun them in those rooms, so... There they go. They go pop. That was a lot of effort to get 8 scrap. But it's fine. I'm gonna put you on doors. Well, here's our 2 stores, and unfortunately we have no real way to get enough scrap for these to do anything useful at them. I mean, I suppose we could theoretically jump back to this one if we find anything really good. You know, we could go here, there, hit as many of these jumps as possible, and maybe backtrack. We would be able to O2 kill this ship, except it's in an asteroid field, so it won't work. We're not going to waste a drone, though. Let's just ionize our first ion, hit an asteroid. We'll ionize their weapons to make us safe. And then they'll get pelted with asteroids. Like so. Maybe we can crew kill this. Because if we chuck the stunner on them, they might just get... They might just burn. Yeah, we actually can crew kill this, probably. It depends. They've run into the wrong places now. That's a shame. So we'll go to this store, see what they've got here. They have a fucking burst too. We can get the burst too. So, we're going to sell the Ion Blast 2 and the Combat Drone 1 and buy this Burst Laser 2. I wish I could afford the defense drone as well, but we can't. And, you know, the Burst Laser 2 is just better. These three weapons will hold us over for tide us over for a very long time. There wasn't hacking here anyway, so we weren't going to get it. We got something else for 80 scrap that is probably in the long... Well, I mean, it isn't better in the long run, but in the short run, it's probably better. Attempt to follow. We don't get a free crew member there. We have a beam master. We will effortlessly crush this ship. Yeah, scrap quantities so far have not been great, but we've got very good quality stuff. Participate, give us free stuff, cool. How many more jumps do we have in this sector? Unfortunately, only 3 safely. We might be able to get 4, but it's very, very tight and I don't want to risk it. No, not a hack on my drone system. I'm making such use of that system. I was worried they'd do that. Okay, that's all down. Let's get our Engis to fight this fire. The Engis who haven't taken damage from dealing with the vented room. So yeah, we want to save 80 scrap now and hold that at all times until we get hacking. I'm going to actually... I can have 2 more jumps at least. Well, we potentially have 3, but I'm not risking it. But I'd like to take them here and here instead of here and there, because that way, like, if that doubles Fleet Pursuit or if this doubles Fleet Pursuit, I can get right to the exit. Nothing there. This is an unusually strong ship for this early. Ships do not normally have level 4 weapons in Sector 2. I think this comes about from an event. Okay, good. We've taken down the more important weapon. Yeah, this is one way to do Engi A, is just, yeah, this is really, really tight. We wouldn't be able to get another jump here anyway because we don't have anywhere to go, but I don't think we had it. One way to get Engi A is just get 2 different weapons instead and use them rather than the Ion Blast 2. It's usually quite difficult to do that unless you get one to drop for free, which we did. Speaking of dropping for free, the Engis are just raining from the sky. Yeah, we got... So we have 74 scrap. We could get hacking if we needed to by selling the Ion Stunner, which I would do. We're going to go Engi Homeworlds. There's more stores there. We have loads of Engis. Okay, good. There's not an very immediate store, so that means we have jumps to get scrap. Okay, we have hacking buffer now. We'll go here because it's more natural if I then have to go here. Although actually, here sees more with one jump. Yeah, we'll do that instead. Okay, double stores. Well, we're going to double stores to try to find hacking. They have a drone recovery arm. I would normally buy this, but because we want hacking, I'm going to pass on it. It's a shame to do that, but there's no way. It would take me way too low. I'm going to buy all the fuel because I can sell the anti-drone if this place has hacking. I'll probably do that for fuel even if it doesn't. Nope, no hacking here either. That's sad. We could have had drone recovery arm. Oh well. Got 81, so we still have enough for hacking if there's a third store in this sector, which there quite probably is, or at least quite possibly is. I don't know about probable. It's early to see a glaive beam. And they should just die to our burst laser too. Actually, I'll wait so that we can use the hull beam as well to make absolutely certain of it. They would need to dodge all 3 shots to not die here. Good. Okay, there is another store. Not sure which. I don't think there really is a difference at this point. We weren't going to see another store, so... Oh, cool, we got this. Yeah, we're not going to get to those. We might get to that one. We'd have to go to the store right away, but... It's probably worth doing that. Are you kidding? 3 different stores and none of them have fucking hacking. Do I buy the battery here? How many jumps do I have? 3, probably. I mean, I could buy the burst 1, and then I'd be complete on weapons, but that sets me back for a while. I'd like, if I'm going to spend 50 scrap on weapons, I want to spend it on this. And I'm trying to decide if that's better than getting the battery. I think it is. Just because Sector 4 ships can turn up with multiple, with 3 shield bubbles, and I don't want to have all my burst laser shots hit when we can't hack. So let's do this. That takes us below hack buffer right now, but I mean, we hit 3 different stores in this sector, it just wasn't there. I think this is the real event. Let me just double check. Yes. So I mentioned when I previously had this event, there's a marginal difference in the text. If this were the fake event, there would be a comma after the word "you" right there. But because there isn't, I know this is the real beacon. So we just need to stop them from running away, and they will surrender to us. We mostly just need to break this flak 2. Hopefully we can do that. Unfortunately, I'm afraid we might end up taking the burst 1 down. Yeah, unfortunately we took down the wrong weapon. Still, we've damaged enough different systems that at least they're not going to run away. Yeah, we take some damage there, but they're going to surrender here. Demand information. They've given us a quest beacon, which is unfortunate because we may not be able to go to it without diving, which I will not do. I hope it's landed in a good spot. We can get there. That's the one that was already there. But we do have 2 jumps. So we'll go right there. That will give us a nice drop. And we can then use that to be our hack buffer. Let's let our O2 recharge first. So this next ship is a Mantis ship that has rebels on it. So they'll board us, but you know, we've got door control. We should be okay. Yep. Now, unfortunately, they do have a big missile. I wish I'd had enough scrap to buy that defensive drone one earlier, but... Okay, good. We got the big missile down. That's all that matters. We'll get out of this without taking any damage. You get more scrap if you can crew kill this, because you effectively get one lot of scrap from doing it and then another from the event. But we could definitely not crew kill that with the big missile. So, ask about the Mantis ships, transmit the coordinates. We get 29 scrap and titanium system casing, which sells for another 40. In that case, we can do this. We could use a bit more power. Beam weapon to cut the ship out. I'm not hugely happy with this run. We can buy that. We could use the fuel. These are not great sectors. Abandoned Fall Ore isn't as bad as Abandoned 5, and there are more stores in abandoned sectors. So even though Lanius bombers are quite dangerous, I think we can take this. I mean, it is worrying because our crew are all NGs. So let me think about this. I'm gonna just go and make myself a drink while I have a ponder. Okay, we're back. I've been thinking while I was away, I probably shouldn't have spent that 25 scrap, because really, before the next store, I want to have 150 scrap, so that if it has cloaking but not hacking, which has been the case with quite a few of the stores we've seen so far, I can actually just get it. I do not want to be going into, say, Sector 5 with neither of those systems. I feel like the run is in a somewhat precarious place right now. We haven't made as much scrap as we've got good weapons. And that's nice, but I've just had a look, we've made less than 100 scrap in every single sector so far. We have had a reasonable number of drops to help bring that up, but that on its own does not really make a run. We have the weapons that we need to get us through the mid-game, we just need systems. Now, abandoned sectors have 2 stores, Mantis homeworlds have 1 or 2. So abandoned sectors is more likely to get us the systems that we need, but it is also a more dangerous sector. Lanius bombers, although they're not as bad in Sector 4 because they only send one boarder over to you, they can still have cloaking and mind control. Potentially they can have cloaking, mind control, and teleporter. That's very unlikely this early in the game, but them having any 2 of those could make things very dangerous. Like if we fought a Lanius bomber right now with teleporter, cloaking, and say a Hermes missile, we could take absolute crap tons of damage or even lose if the Hermes missiles, say, hit our shields. The other thing that makes me very wary about going abandoned is that actually the ordinary Lanius enemies, the Lanius scouts, they often have like hacking and weapons, and like, you know, an enemy that had hacking and hacked our weapons and it had like flak and an Artemis missile could also do us loads of damage. Mantis sectors, Even though we lost our last streak in a Mantis sector, so like it's not like they're completely safe. We fought an auto scout in a sector that we shouldn't have really fought many auto scouts in. But Mantis ships are just generally, their shtick is not that unmanageable. They have teleporter. Well, we have 5 crew right now. I feel like because we have the bare bones of a ship in place, we really just need to get the systems. So I feel like going to a sector that is less likely to kill us, significantly less likely to kill us, could get us the time that we need. I really wish Sector 5 was a green sector, but unfortunately it's potentially forced to abandon. Going here is more likely to buy us the time that we need to just get a successful run. So I'm going to go here. It does mean there is a potential that there is only one store. And it's probably this one right here. I'm going to take 2 jumps before it. I don't know. I have 107 scrap right now. So if we get scrap at each of these, I will have enough probably to buy cloaking. If it's there and hacking isn't. Unfortunately, we can't take that. I would risk it, except I don't want to lose my trained crew. If I could pick, say, this Engi as the one I'd lose if I risked it, I would do it. Actually, we could get 3 jumps before this. We can go here, here, there, and then up. I think. Well, this is a fight. I don't like the fact that this is a fight in an asteroid field against a ship with a missile at the beginning of Sector 4. This is what killed our last streak. At least they don't have hacking. I don't really want to... I guess I'll use you, but I'd really like to keep shield skill here if I can. Get you back in there now. For fuck's sake. Are you fucking joking? This is literally what killed the last streak. I mean, at least we have... Oh, that's level 2 mind control. Great. This is literally exactly what killed the last streak, except minus hacking. And now they've also hit the piloting. I need you guys in here now. Like, we're still going to take a load of damage. We shouldn't die here. We're going to take a load of damage, though. Yeah, like, they put a hull breach on there. But yeah, we've taken 11 odd damage already. Can we please kill this before they fire that? Yes. Okay, good. Now, unfortunately, they've hit our piloting. However, our triple NGs have repaired like crazy, so... Okay, something's on fire. Let's find out what it is. We don't need to jump out of here quickly now. It's that. We can vent that. Well, we now have 134 scrap. I really wish I hadn't bought that power bar, although without it, I don't know, maybe we take even more damage there. So it's a question of, do we take another jump here, or do we just go to the store? Let's make absolutely certain we, in fact, can take that other jump. We can, as long as the fleet pursuit isn't doubled, and we'll avoid taking any options that might do that. So I think we go here. I mean, there's no guarantee we even make any scrap here, but it looks like we do. In fact, this is a chance for a double reward. Triple NG beat up team. Problem with relying on the hull beam is it is just a little bit slow. Here, you guys get out of there and you can stun your own crew. I don't want to hit their teleporter. If they want to warp back, I'm happy with that. Okay, that's down. Thanks, Ion Stunner. Okay. We didn't get a double reward, but we got enough scrap now that if this store has cloaking but not hacking, we will be okay. The danger is just whether this either doesn't have any systems at all, or it has like mind control, a teleporter, and a clone bay or something like that. It has no systems. Great. I'm going to stay at 150 scrap and not repair above this, even though it is dangerous. So yeah, we may now not be able to get any systems this sector, which is quite bad. We'll look around and see if there's another store. But the risk of going into Sector 5 without a single system, and I know we have drone control, but we're not. Like, there weren't any drones there we weren't going to buy. We're not going to buy a frigging ion intruder drone. Okay, good. We took that down before it could fully fire. Not trying any crew kill stuff on this ship. There's a solar flare, it has a burst too, it could really easily backfire on us. We won't be able to see all the jumps in this sector, unfortunately. So even if there is another store, we might not spot it. Like, if I go here, I see this, but I probably won't then see that because I can't get there fast enough. I'm going to go here because it gets me further ahead of the fleet. Engi's commence punching. This would be quite a difficult event to deal with if they were in a different part of my ship, but I suppose I could just vent them. And let's start healing. We'll eventually win this. You're the one who's injured. I'm actually going to upgrade my engines here because if we need to run away from something, having an extra level will very much help. I'm going to go here and then there. Great. We're getting all of the rubbish borders with no scrap events. I mean, we can handle this easily enough. It's just that's two beacons in a row where we've made no scrap on a run where it already feels like we've had plenty of times where we don't make any scrap. Just cycle people in and out. That spare slot in the med bay will allow us to heal. I'm definitely letting this solar flare go off. I don't want to jump into another battle. They could board us in the other battle and then we'll be fucked. They've got a fire in the med bay. Great. My Engis will put that out really quickly though. Heal up. We can't take this risk. You could potentially lose crew. I don't want to lose my weapons guy, for example, because losing the faster charge would be really bad. So we jettison that. Well, this sees the most. How many jumps do we have here? I think it's only 3. It's like right on the line, and I'm not risking it. We're also low on fuel. Well, we can make some scrap here, but this ship has really dangerous weapons, and they've got the shields up. This is why I wanted to make sure I had the ion stunner in play, because a ship like this with just burst and halberd would be burst and hull would be quite bad. Yeah, we would not have done any damage without the ion stunner here. Regrettably, that stupid missile is still there. Can we fix the engines in time? Yes. Could you please dodge some of these? I did give you dodge training for a reason. No, we're not going to get another store in this sector. Great. So we're going into Sector 5 with neither hacking nor cloaking. I really hope we just have an immediate store. Go here and there. I guess we can see if there's a store up there just to torment us. Okay, well we've got the ship collector. I think we actually want to just blow this guy up. Because fighting a Mantis bomber right now, which is what happens in the second part of this quest, we're not really up to. And besides, we're not going to lose this run because of not having good enough weapons. I could beat the flagship with these if I had hacking and cloaking. We'll lose this run if we don't get the systems. And, you know, this ship can't drop systems, so let's just, let's just blow it up and get the scrap right away. Potentially, we could even get our scrap high enough that if we get like a good early store, we could potentially get both hacking and cloaking. We would need 230 for that. We don't need very much more. We just need an opportunity to do it. Do that. That'll blow them up. I usually let the ship collectors go, but this is definitely a time where I feel like it's best not to. Attack the ship. This is a really, really bad ship for us. They've got a big missile and 3 shield bubbles. We're going to have a hard time knocking that offline. Yeah, they're going to get 1 big missile off. If it goes into weapons, we're in some trouble. That's a breach missile. Great. We shot it down with the laser. Absolute fucking Chad burst laser. And now we've knocked it offline. We can obviously easily kill this Engi who's boarded us. So now we have enough scrap to buy both hacking and cloaking. We just need a store to do that in, or to get either of them. I now regret not picking up the backup battery, because that would make systems more like that more likely to appear if there were systems, but... Off to the exit. We need to repair as well. We're very, very lucky we shot that missile down. Please give me a store. Oh, god damn it. This is going to get to go off probably because of this cloak. Maybe not, actually. That's not a very long cloak. I think we actually fired before. It was only 5 seconds. Yep, we got it. Cool. Give us more evade. We nearly killed them through the cloak, because they don't have 100% evade when they're cloaking. Hull beam will finish them off. Okay, Mantis controlled is tolerable. It's much better than being forced into abandoned. It does, again, only have one store, and we don't see it right away. My question here is whether or not I should get my shields up. I think I want to get to this jump and then decide, because that sees like the entire first half of the sector. Because, like, if I do this and that, I'm safer, but I also now am below where I can get cloaking. So I think I want to do, like, 2 jumps, and then I will decide. And if we die in one of these 2 jumps, then it's kind of my fault. However, that quest marker could be a store. This ship is safe. They're reliant on a chain ion, which is a complete piece of crap. As long as we can knock it offline before it fully spins up, and if we can't, what are we doing? Like, we didn't knock it off there, but it takes quite a while to spin up. I think it takes about 50 seconds. And 50 seconds of burst 2 and hull beam will take that out in time. There we go. Close the doors. They blow up. Okay. This is a possible store, but it's also possibly a fight. The problem is going shield 6, it protects you against quite a number of enemies, especially like double drone ship. But it doesn't defend you against enemies with missiles. It does absolutely nothing for you. And if I do that, it takes me below where I can afford both. On the other hand, the odds of me seeing both are in one store are quite low. So I think I'm going to do this. I can get one. If this turns out to be a store with both of them, well, I get hacking and I just deal with it. It's not a store, it's a fight. And as mentioned, going shields, I've just spent 150 scrap. It doesn't help me in this fight at all. That's definitely an Artemis missile. There's no way that it isn't. They're not going to be sticking around with weapons too, even with this much power in drone control. We need every shot to hit. And fortunately they did. Don't know how we actually took that down. Oh, actually, yeah, every single shot hit. I was acting like they had 3 shield bubbles. No, because every single shot hit, we managed to hit the weapons room twice. Cool. So they're blown up. So So far we've seen every jump in the sector. I'm going to go here, and then there, and then there. Unless I see a store in the meantime. Currently, I prefer distress beacons to fights because they're less likely to kill me. Yeah, like we can get ones like this. We're back up to being able to afford both, and we spot a store, thank God. Okay. Well, there's multiple things we want here. We want hacking. We want the defense drone. Do I want the charge too? I think I do. I need to repair. Yeah, let's get the charge 2. Charge 2, burst 2, whole beam is a perfectly tolerable endgame weapon setup. I mean, so is what I've got now with hacking, but it's not as good. So let's do that. It'll be a while before we can bring that weapon into play, and it may turn out to be unnecessary if we get a weapon drop or something like that. But I think this makes us safer. We want to get hacking up as soon as possible, get a bit more power, and then we just save for cloaking. It'll be a while now that we have hacking, it'll be a while before I try to actually bring that weapon into play, even though we bought it. Because once we got the ship collectors again, same deal as last time, I think. I just want to blow them up. It's a little bit more tolerable to take them now because we have most of the sector left. But I think I still just want scrap. I have the weapons I need. You stop them from breaking that. Hopefully we can knock that laser offline, because frankly it's more dangerous than the no, I don't want to run you. That'd be stupid, I'd lose door control. Okay, well now they've switched. Get you in there. I think I need to just vent this whole bit of the ship and force them to come get me in the med bay. The defensive drone is very reliable on this ship. Engi A and all the Engi ships generally are quite compact, so there's not much in the way of a blind spot bug the way there is on some of the bigger ships like the Crystals or Mantis B or things like this. Yeah, it just shoots stuff down. They are trying to run, but we've damaged many, many different systems. Kind of want to get here to see this top bit of the sector, but I'll go here first. Aid the civilian ship, possible double scrap reward. How many crew do you have over there? 3. Not really viable to crew kill it, I think. Come on in. Double reward? Nice. Basically a triple reward, so we can sell the healing burst. I'm going to do this right away. How many jumps do we have, do we think? 4 to be safe. It could be 5, but I don't think it is. More empty stuff. Get in there and hold the med bay. It'll take us a while, but we'll win this. If we do see another store immediately and it has cloaking, then the Charge Laser 2 purchase was very pricey. It needs to be stated, though, that Mantis sectors usually only have one store, so if that does happen, we're kind of unlucky. And there isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can get a couple lots of scrap out of this, we'll be within striking distance of cloaking for the next sector, but unfortunately we're getting loads of bad jumps. Attack the ship. This ship's not very dangerous. We might even be able to crew kill this. Although them sending over loads of boarders immediately does not help. But if we vent them down and they board back, they'll board a second time with the Engi. Like these weapons can only hit us if they really all line up. So I think we might try for a crew kill here. We need to kill the Engi to do it. Let's make the fight safe. Okay, well let's not, because they literally dodged 100% of our shots. Just gonna run you guys out of here so that they can vent down more easily. Okay, now we're 100% safe. You get down there and help us out a bit. There we go. And we remain safe. I don't want you in shields because the Ion Stunner will stun you. I mean, I don't know whether we can even kill the Engi when they board. It'll be a little bit tricky, yeah, especially not in this room. So I think this is actually going to not work. Unless we can, like, vent them and take the teleporter out. That's one way we could do this. Which we can. As long as we can keep that down. Yep, the Engi's dead. Now we need to hit the combat. So we'll do that with this volley. Weapons guy, get back there. Cool. Okay, the Engi is dead. And that means we should be able to do this by just taking out the O2. I don't know what level their O2 is, but let's find out. Only level 1. Okay, yeah, we should definitely be able to do this. fact, we might be able to pick these guys off with our burst laser or even with the hull beam, because they're very low on health from when they boarded us. Only level 1. We actually can't pick you off with shots, unfortunately, so that was wasteful. Let's buy ourselves some time. Never mind, they have autopilot dodge. I guess I should have counted. We might be able to do this by hacking. Let's hack. We have loads and loads of drones. That keeps them out of the room. So, like, yeah, they'll eventually fix their weapons, maybe, but he's more likely to try to get in there before that happens. And we only need to do 1 point to knock this off. Yeah, the O2 is already draining down. When the door locks behind him, I will break the clone bat. Yep, got it. Nice. We could theoretically use that instead of the ion stunner. And maybe in some circumstances we will, but at the moment I'll stick with the stunner, it's faster. Though I suppose if I wanted to shield hack constantly, I could do something like this. Because what you could do is shield hack, take stuff out with these two weapons, and then drop an ion bomb in their weapon system to ionize things, and just buy time to shield hack again. Should I do that? It kind of forces me to only ever shield hack, which without cloaking I'm reticent to do. So I won't do that now. Yeah, sure, we have loads of drones, we don't have loads of... Okay, Engi is clearly the one to go for here. A store that gives us cloaking basically wins us the run. And we don't have one immediately, which is good, because we want time to make more scrap. Although we have bombs to sell here, which get us about 50. We'd like at least one more lot of scrap before we have to hit a store. Let's go maybe here, here. Actually go here first. We have a defensive drone. Unfortunately, they just gave us a quest marker. Now that's Federation base quest, which is a quite good quest, but it can give you scrap there, and since we found a store, we really wanted scrap. We're going to take these 2 jumps and then go to the store. So the bounty option gives high scrap rewards, so we're going to take that here. We now have enough scrap to buy cloaking if it's there. I would have liked to get a Mantis to help us deal with borders, and oftentimes that gives you basically a fight with an Engi ship, and a crew member sometimes. But it doesn't always give you a crew member, and even if it does give you the fight, you only get default rewards, which is to say you get a medium scrap reward. So we got more scrap by handing them over for a bounty. We now have enough to get cloaking if it's there by selling the 2 bombs. Well, we can crew kill this ship. I don't know what you guys are doing. It's Sector 6. And yeah, they don't even have an Engi over there. We'll just beat this guy down quite low. Do the same to the next border, and then we'll take out the O2. I'm not even sure we need to hack here, but we're going to because we have 20 hacking drones. We might as well use them. Yeah, come on in. Murder this fool. And by murder this fool, I mean knock them down really, really low and then let them go back so that they don't clone at full health. You go heal. Then we're gonna kill the O2. Wow, they even only have level 102, so. I guess they put their points into dodge. We can actually just kill this ship by hacking it over and over again. I mean, I won't. It'll go faster if we actually take it out. Assuming we can. But like level 102 doesn't recharge it enough. You know, our hacking is about to come off cooldown. Every single time we do that, it'll go down by about 25%. They have dodged at least 2 of our projectiles every single volley so far. That's obviously where they put all their damn points. I'm speaking metaphorically, they don't actually have points, although they do have ranges their systems have to be within. Watch what's going on here. I don't know what level their clone bay is. I was gonna say let's find out, but then they dodged all of our stuff. Doesn't really matter. When they run out of O2, they're screwed. They're Mantis. They're not going to be able to, They dodged every single one of our shots. Yeah, with the lock on that room, they're never fixing the O2. It's just a matter of how long it takes us to knock this out. Turns out that's level 3, so we'll have to hit it at least once more. Contact the Engi. Unfortunately, this was the bad version of the event. We could have requested fuel, a weapon, and they would have given us the Federation base quest with our Engi had. Although we've already got the Federation base quest, but like we would have got a second one. Had that been the proper version of the event. But it wasn't. No cloaking, but they have kick-ass weapons. Well, this charge 2 was totally unnecessary. Selling that. We definitely buy the flak. There's another store right there, so I'll hold off on spending any more scrap. I will buy this backup battery because it makes it more probable that if there is cloaking here, that it will appear. I'd love to buy the heavy laser too because I love that weapon, but like I love getting cloaking and winning the run more, so we'll stick like this for now. Like burst 2, flak, and whole beam is perfectly capable of winning the run. Hooray, cloaking! Let's take some more jumps. Unfortunately, the bottom half of the sector is kind of cut off, and we've been forced towards the top by wanting to go to these stores. So we might lose a jump or two. Now I want to just get my weapons up, bring the whole beam in play. We'll be able to sling the ion stunner somewhere in Sector 7. Cool. I'd have preferred another crew type, considering we already have a human, and humans don't give many blue options anyway. And by not many, I mean they give one. What the hell is up with our scrap totals on this run? The ion pulsar is going to take their shields out anyway. Let's just hack their weapons. Between the weapon hack and the cloak, we shouldn't take damage. Now we just want to make as much scrap as we can, which seemingly at the moment is not very much. No. Shoot shields. I think I must have set a fire. Yeah, we definitely did. Had I realized in time, we could have got a crew kill here. Maybe we still can. Probably not. Oh, yes, we can, actually. Got it. Fire plus stun allowed us to get the crew kill there. And doing a little bit of a trick at the burst, too. There's another store there. We don't need to go there and can't anyway. Not without diving, which isn't worth it for another store. We can crew kill this ship, I think. Yeah, come in and fight us in the med bay. We're just gonna hack O2 right away. It's a little tricky, it's level 3. Still, we should manage it. You maybe bored me with the Engi, damn it. Stun you. Really, they fixed that despite me stunning them, you fucking assholes. Good, we got a fire. That will delay them. Got it. And yeah, you can warp back all you want. You're not fixing that. This Mantis has just given up and accepted his fate. Cool. Free Zoltan. They have weapon training. I'm probably going to just put them on shields, though. Yeah, our shield guy has, like, no skill whatsoever. Put you there. Our newest human, I guess, can be our punching person. She's not that good at it, but none of us are. Get the weapons up. Next up, we want to get level 4 engine so we can cloak for 100%. And then it's just a matter of obtaining as much scrap in this sector as we possibly can. Unfortunately, we can't upgrade our O2 as we would like to right now because we don't have any scrap. There's an immediate store that we can't benefit from. What was this quest again? I do not recall what this quest was. Suppose we can go to the store to sell the ion stunner, but that seems wasteful. Yeah, we'll go to that later store. Well, this is a store as well, unfortunately. Hooray, we could sell our ion stunner and buy an ion stunner. Well, let's just try to make as much scrap as we possibly can. I'd like to upgrade my hacking for shield hacks because enemies in this particular sector can have level 5 shields, but we'll do that next. Let's chase them. Of course, we get fleet pursuit doubled. We might honestly not get shields 8 on this run. This seems like just generally a very low scoring run. Refuse to get a fight. We can shield hack this guy, thankfully. The low scrap was another reason I didn't, in addition to obviously wanting to be sure of getting the cloaking, that I didn't buy the heavy 2, because we would need to go to weapon 7 to use that, and that's quite expensive for a run where scrap is just absolutely at a premium. Cloak. We could use the defensive drone if we needed to, but we shouldn't need to. I think we can cloak this every single time. And we'll probably knock it offline before we need to cloak it another time anyway. No, we're not accepting slug surrenders. Well, we haven't knocked it offline. Now we have. O2 up. Next up is hacking 3. And then we need more power, really. Yeah, we only have 14 power bars and it's sector 7. So this enemy's kind of a dickhead. I wonder if we can crew kill this, because it depends on what those bombs are, but we could just defensive drone down the missile. They'll eventually run out of missiles. They're using triple missile weapons. So I think we're going to try this. And we cloak if they spin that up all the way, but it depends on if like any of those are ion bombs or something like that. You're in there. Vent. Small bomb is fine. That's fine. I should get people in there. Damn it, they weren't there in time. That was inattentive. I think that might be an ion bomb. Yes, it is. Cloak it. We did this thing that I mentioned previously. The ion bomb animation takes longer to play than most weapons. That was aimed at our shields. Thankfully, we just dodged at 25%, because that's literally the room that I don't want them to hit. Okay, that's irritating. Thankfully, we dodged that, and we'll have our defensive drone back for the next one, or we would do if they hadn't immediately boarded into here. So now we have to kill the ship. Great. And by that, I mean now we have to just blow the ship up. We were going to kill the ship regardless, obviously. Let's hack those weapons to buy us time. Unfortunately, they're going to shoot this. We have cloak back just in time. I'm concerned about a small bomb wiping these guys out. Okay. They won't board me again. Are any of my crew in small bomb killable territory? No, but you're close. We may get hit here because they're firing that all the way and we had to waste cloaking. Yeah, we got hit twice, great. Get more evade. They should be nearly out of missiles. You two immediately go start healing. You two... hack for complete security. Of course, we've now wasted our hack, so we may well not be able to crew kill them anyway. But we'll see. Oh, you annoying people. Okay, well we dodged that anyway. We could potentially try to grind shield skill against this, but I'm not going to. You two go heal. You go fix that. Let's actually power our weapons now. Okay. I don't know what crew they have over there, but we're going to try to just hit the O2. That's smashed completely, so it's only level 1. Good. Depending on what crew they have, we can do this. They seem to be taking their time about this, so that's pleasing. Let's find out if we cloak this. Nope. As long as one of the lasers miss, we don't need to cloak. Took it down with a beam. I mean, they have a lot of hull left, so we should be able to do this by just hitting it over and over again. We'll then need to take the med bay out separately, but... keep the hack going, because then we can monitor what's going on in terms of their O2 situation. Doesn't look like it's drained that much yet. You usually need to hit it like 4 or 5 times like this in succession before it really starts to drain. I think it's just a human fixing this. Or someone that repairs at the same speed as a human. Unfortunately, they dodged loads of shots there, so we weren't able to knock it back offline. And they did it again. I don't know that this is happening now. It would help if we could get a fire. It would just make things take longer. Are you fucking joking? They obviously heard me and I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't cloak there as I obviously should have. Okay, good. They're running out of O2. Maybe this does happen after all. Yep. We got it. So that was very annoying, but I feel like getting the higher reward would be worth it generally. I'm not actually sure we even got a high reward from that. 41 scrap seems a bit low for this sector. I think we just got the 1 in 3 chance that it just gives you a medium reward, which, you know, can happen. We don't need stores, just get more fights. Get closer, find out what's wrong, demand they pay the price. Unfortunately, we didn't get the... Often that gives a fight, which is what we actually wanted. Let's just get hacking up. I should have done that after the last jump. Attack the ship. I may have hacked early here. A little early, not too much. We lost like 1 tick of the whole beam. How much shield skill did we get out of all of that? Reasonable amount. Nope. Give me more scrap. By more scrap, I mean more power. That is what I actually meant to say. I'd like them to give me more scrap as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that forces me right to the exit. I might like avoid, like go to the exit and then jump and take more beacons. The ship has minimal ability to hurt me. Only level 1 mind control. Cloak. They have level 9 shields. They've actually got the buffer upgrade in there because I didn't knock the shield bubble down despite doing a point of damage to it. It's fine. Wow. Nice dodging, man. I missed a room with my whole beam there. That was very clumsy. But we're fine. More power. Nothing. Okay, defensive drone and cloaking should get us a crew kill here. If these missiles are ever syncing up, we just cloak. Their conventional weapons literally can't do anything to us. We'll have a little bit of difficulty with these borders because they have a med bay rather than a clum bay. So when they warp them back, they'll heal and then send them over again. Yes, please do not derp and fail to shoot the shots down. Just no, you get in there. Okay, now we cloak. 100% evade. Everyone heal up. They should have used about half their missiles by now. Yeah, come fight me in the med bay. That's much appreciated. Ideally, we kill the Engi. Unfortunately, we didn't. They have a very upgraded teleporter over there. So, are you out of missiles yet? Yeah, that was the thing I was worried about. Are you gonna fire this one? Yes. Cloak, you still have missiles left. We'll have to spend another drone, unfortunately. They probably have like one more as well. Yep. I will punish you for this tomfoolery. They have level 102. Well, we weren't fast enough there, but whatever. Level 102, we can just kill this by hacking. Even faster than we could when it was level 2 hacking against level 102. There we go. When this Mantis eventually finishes fixing it, we will hack it right down to 0. If they even do finish fixing it. I think they do. They blew up another defensive drone, but at this point it doesn't matter. I'd like to take extra jumps in this sector, but given that we have very low fuel, we might not be able to. Actually, they don't finish fixing this because he's going to suffocate right before he can. And any other people that try to get in there have to break down a locked door while suffocating. Okay, we got fuel, so maybe we can do it. Let's start getting cloaking up. Let's do that. I think we'll just take these 2 jumps. We'll have to take a dive at the exit, but it's fine. It's in a nebula. This isn't that dangerous. Let's keep our hack. Yeah. We're going to run them out of missiles, and then we're going to O2 hack them again. This will take longer because, obviously, that's a breach missile. Slugs only use breach missiles. I think I'll actually hack O2 while they're still firing those at me. They're going to have a slug in this room because they have so many crew in these late game slug ships. Wow. Well, once again, it's level 3 hack against level 102. watching to see if there's any chance the defensive drone is going to derp and not shoot it down. I will just cloak. Put real power into that, just in case it becomes necessary. One more hack will drain it down completely. Sure, get out of there so there's no one in the room to immediately fix it. So that person will survive in the med bay. Maybe, but they may also just run out. Depends on what level the med bay is. It's probably updated at this stage in the game. Yeah, that's a level 3 med bay. We still got a very good reward. It was not quite a nice reward, but it was very good nonetheless. This event we want to counter with the hacking because we want to have our med bay for this. This is a very dangerous sort of boarding event, and we have rubbish anti-boarding crew. If I'd known they were going to board in there, maybe I wouldn't have. But it's fine, we should be able to win this without needing to hack. Just suffocate these fools. Yeah, now we win easily. We may not even need to cloak in this fight. Nope. More scrap. More power. We now have enough to do this, so now we just want to get our shields up in Sector 8. This fight is not very dangerous. I won't waste a hacking drone on it. You're in backup battery, are you? That's an awkward spot. Takes quite a while to vent to there. And then they get in the way of the engines. Somewhat worried about this bomb. I'm gonna just cloak the next one. Last time. I may honestly jump to the beacon up there, because if I jump back to this beacon for a second dive, it will be this same ship that we fight, and it's not very dangerous. The bomb potentially hurting crew is like the only thing that worries me here. So I think it's worth getting, considering how bad our scrap is, I think it's worth taking another jump to try to get, you know, closer to having max shields. But I'd like to knock these people off my ship first. What are you doing? I want you to stay in there. Okay, there's nowhere that could have gone off. Now we have to get out because this is spun up. The Vulcan will start actually taking my shields down. We're not trying to crew kill this ship, they have nasty weapons. Cloak. Smash those weapons to smithereens. Ah, now they're running. Damn it. Well, we'll have hacking for this next one. Where's my weapons guy? You get back there. Hack those shields down. I think we just blow them up with this volley, honestly. Yep. Yeah, 58 more scrap is worth taking a second dive at a beacon that's not dangerous for. So we'll go back here and it'll be the same Vulcan, halberd beam, heavy laser, small bomb ship that we fought before. And once again they'll board us. I don't know if they get their bombs back. That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. They've boarded me in a much more manageable location this time. I think we'll just cloak at level 3 when the bomb goes off and then use that time to escape. We could hack weapons for even more security, but why waste a drone? We have 2 different systems that use drones, so we need more of them than we normally do. So, we made it to Sector 8. I wasn't sure about this at one point in the run. This is definitely one of the weaker runs on this streak so far. Probably the weakest run. Like to hit a repair station. We'd like to get to about 240 scrap so we can get the shields and get the power. Then it's all just like nice extras, you know, getting doors up. We won't get many crew kills in this because we're using a beam weapon, so we'd like to really get our doors up, considering the rather bad state of our anti-boarding team. I'm going to hold scrap because if I don't have enough to get my shields up, I want to, you know, I don't want to waste one on a buffer. Albeit buffers are, you know, they're good to get. But if I can't get shields 8, I want to reevaluate and put it somewhere else. We want to ignore that. Go looking for the rebel. The fleet pursuit is doubled, which doesn't matter because there is no fleet pursuit in this sector. I don't know if it means they take over more jumps. We're pretty safe in this fight. I think this is a not enough time event, but we have no reasonable way to crew kill a ship with a system repair drone on it. No, it's not, actually. Good. Do we go here and then repair? The repair station might get taken over. And it's guaranteed scrap if we go there. Whereas this isn't, but it's a possibility of more scrap. The other option is go repair, base, there, repair, and then back. I think actually we're just going to do this, though. Fight the rebel ship, cool. You get up there. I forgot to open a door. I could have put a defensive drone up for that, but I didn't. Get my Engis in there to turn the tide. Yeah, it did get taken over. We did make more scrap by going there, but unfortunately we're a little bit low still. Well, this will have to do. We'd really like more power to put like defensive drones up and stuff, but it's really only that important in phase 2. So we're at the base. Do we get an extra jump in? Yes, we do. We can't hit the repair station, I think, without losing the game. But we'll fight this rebel ship. Here we want to put the defensive drone up. Are you fucking kidding? Cloak. Defensive drone 2 over there is doing annoying stuff. I think here we just want to buy more power, and then we'll try to get doors between phase 2 and phase 3. Yes, we can get 2 more power there. And yeah, we'll get enough from the 2 phases we've got left to get doors up. So, off to the base. One moment. Okay, so phase 1. We'll try to get some crew kills shooting into shields, but I don't think we'll get many. Now we have a defensive drone. Don't put one up to try to block this, because what can happen is you'll shoot the first couple down, then they come in and land on your weapons when their cloak is on cooldown. It is much better, is a door hack really going to affect the outcome of this battle? No. Whereas them landing a delayed hack on your weapons can literally just cost you runs that you should win. I have had it cost me runs on Engi A, I believe it was, when I put up a defensive drone 1 and a defensive drone 2. And it still managed to shoot past my hack, or rather hack past my drones, and hit my weapons on enough of a delay. It would hit sort of right about now, or maybe 5 seconds from now, so that the cloak and the weapons hack are offset, and it makes it very, very difficult to ever power your weapons up. I will put the defensive drone up now though, because I only want to do a level 1 cloak on this anyway. I'm going to shoot everything at this room and just make sure the missiles go down. Okay, I could have put the flak on shields, but I didn't know that. They're going to cloak. Yeah, beam weapon and no mind control means we don't get very many crew kills. Is that wounded person still in there? No. They must have already healed. You know, I think we just try to end this. We can deal with the boarding phase, it's fine. Let's do the 9 damage shot, which is... We don't really need to here, they don't have enough hit points. But anyway, this shot here with the whole beam does 9 damage. It's the most you can do with one shot on the flagship. Except actually with a glade beam. You could do 12 with a glade beam. But why would you want to use a glade beam? We want to fight the flagship at the base so that we can do the runaway trick. Because it will jump between phase 2 and 3, we could go there, follow them, then jump back to the base and abduct their crew. defensive drone 1 will leave up here. It will shoot down the boarding drone. Unlike with the hacking drone, it is usually reasonably reliable at shooting that down in my experience. Okay, good, we took that out. Cloak. We can maybe take these guys out. Unfortunately, our defensive drone got hit there, so we couldn't... I think we could have repowered it in time, but there was a bunch going on. Whatever, we can hold off a boarding drone. Can we hit these guys? Okay, we got a couple of them. Wait for the death animation to finish playing. And 9 damage, whole beam shot will finish it. Oh. Okay, good. It no longer says those people are in that tile dying. That means that they are actually dead. If the dying animation is still finishing when the phase ends, they will not. They will actually revive. The game's memory just hasn't stored that they're dead yet. So you need to be careful about that. Make sure we definitely hit enough rooms. Yep. Okay, so no damage through 2 phases. We're going to upgrade our doors now. We haven't upgraded our med bay, which is a little bit annoying, since there will be a proper... It's not necessary, but since there will be a proper boarding phase, that is annoying. If we had got the whole laser 2, the heavy laser 2 rather, we'd have killed loads of crew in the first couple of phases, but we'd have needed to spend 90 scrap upgrading our weapons. We wouldn't have been able to get shields 8. So I feel like it was worth it to just go with this. We might have been able to get shields 8 actually, but it would have been very tight. So, runaway strats. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crews, so they're going to send 6 over to us. We'll try to abduct 4 and then run away. That's not an ideal person for you to mind control, but we're not really going to use our weapons right now. I mean, I suppose we might as well fire them in case, like, everything hits and we decide that we will fight here. But more likely, we're just going to... For some reason, they only boarded with 1 person. Pull down shields into a long cloak. I want to vent you out. They're probably only going to there for vent with 3, board with 3. I'll let them board with these 2 when the cloak ends, and then we'll just jump out. The mind control should wear off at about the time that happens. Cloak lasted just long enough. So, let's pull these guys away. We will murder them with our extremely feeble fighting crew. And then in the next phase, we only have to deal with 3 boarders and the mind control, which is still going to be annoying. But in comparison to dealing with 6 boarders and mind control, it's a lot more manageable. Go fix the point of O2 damage we took. Hopefully they don't mind control like our pilot. That would be bad. Weapons would be bad, although as we saw there, we can just vent them out, but then we lose the faster weapon charge. Do we have somebody else with weapon training out of curiosity? No, none of our randos who joined. I mean, I suppose the Zoltan does, but I'm not going to run them over there. That would cause power shenanigans all over the place. Come at me. Well, they've kind of done that. I should have put you in a better spot. That was a misplay. I'm so used to having mind control that I don't consider the fact that in that room, like, I could have put you in drone control or something. Fortunately, they heard me and decided to put themselves in drone control. We'll almost certainly take damage in this phase. Vent you. Just vent this whole side of the ship. We don't even have 100% evade for this because they've run somebody into the engines. The whole beam can't take the rest of the Zoltan shield down, so I'll just hold its charge and try to do it with the faster weapons. You get over here, I don't want to lose engines. Okay, that's down. Hack shields. We've got our mind control done, so we should be okay. Take one missile surge here. Wow, we didn't take any damage there. We actually shot down the one missile that it looks like was going to actually hit us. And we've taken the missile artillery offline. So we might actually do this flawless. We'll see. We kind of want our engines person back in that room as well. And we will have to deal with another mind control in a moment, so maybe get people out of there. Which one of you is my weapons person? You get back there. Okay, you mind control the random Engi, that's fine. I just need to stop them from smashing that system if I want to do this without damage, and I don't need to really go that long. Hull beam, let's do maximum hull damage now, which is, I believe, this shot. That's 8. You can't do the 9 damage shot in this phase. There's not enough empty rooms, which is a pity, because that's literally the difference between them being alive and dead right now. But cool. I really did not expect a 0 damage flagship fight there. That was very lucky. But whatever, we got it. So, that run was a little bit rough. I don't expect the score to be very high because I think our scrap collected total will be quite low. I'm not sure. I've glanced at the FTL save manager, so I can see from the sectors that none of them are very high. I haven't tried to keep a total, but I think it's going to be like well below the. I usually get slightly under 2,000, and we're definitely not doing that now. I think it'll be near like 1,500. Yeah, 5076. That's a very low score. And that is why. I mean, we went to loads and loads of beacons. It's just, I mentioned partway through, it felt like we were finding every empty jump and every boarding event in the whole galaxy. And this, this confirms it. We just did not find many ships. We did not get very much scrap. And, we fortunately managed to get the systems that we needed in time, but it was a little bit nervous in the middle of the game. So, but that's 10 in a row, and we've got Engi A done. Who are we playing next? 3, 2, 1, and go. From Engi A to Engi B. Well, we have one of the worst ships in the game up for us next. Hopefully, this ship does not give us as bad a run as that, because that is more likely to result in a defeat. But we'll see on run number 11. So I hope that you enjoyed Engi A, and bye for now.